And once that method is decided, it usually stays like that. Let's look at some more reports. Let's go to the sales section. We can generate sales by customer, summary or detail, and by item, summary or detail. Let's look at the sales by item summary. It defaults to this month to date, showing that we sold 100 gadgets, and this was the amount of the sales price. In comparison, if you bring up a sales by item detail for this month to date, it gives you the detail of actually who it was sold to. This was a sales receipt, and we did not have a name on that sales receipt. And this was actually an invoice for Tom Smith. Some other reports you'll find helpful are not necessarily numbers reports. If I wanted to generate reports for my customers' birthdays, like we talked about earlier, I would start with a very simple list report. A customer phone list, for example. I'll want to modify this report and change the title. So I'll go to the Header and Footer tab and change this title to the Customer Birthday List. I will also want QuickBooks to display a column showing those birthdays. Now when I click OK, the title has changed and I can see Tom's birthday. To memorize this report, click on Memorize and call it the Customer Birthday List and save it in the Customer group of reports. Now I'll want to filter this report for every month. So I'll go back to Modify Report, Filter. I want to filter the birthdays. So I'll just scroll down until I find it. And I want to filter this report for Jan. This is why we had to decide how we wanted to enter that date in that defined field. Because if I had put 1 or 01 in someone's field, QuickBooks isn't going to find it. Now I'm going to memorize this report, but a new one. And I'm going to call it the January Birthday List. And save it in Customers. Now I'll go to Modify Report and filter it for February. I currently don't have any customers with a February birthday, but I'm still going to memorize it, a new one, so that I don't replace the ones I've already created. Make this the February birthday list. And just continue to do this until you have all 12 months memorized. Then as you add customers and enter their birthdays in that field, they will automatically be added to these reports. You can retrieve these reports under Memorized Reports, the Memorized Report list. QuickBooks comes with many reports already memorized in this list. But when I want to look at my January birthdays, I simply double-click on it, and everybody I've added will show on this report. From the Memorized Report list, you can even set up new groups, like Board of Directors reports or the Vice President's reports that they want to see on a periodic basis. Once you have a group formed, you can print out an entire set of reports all at once. Now keep in mind, if you ask for this month to date, it will always give you this month to date reports. If you happen to save a profit and loss and specifically asked for 11/1 to 11/30, then it will say custom instead here. And that's the dates that you will always get, regardless of what month you're in.